students, good evening. Welcome to this video session. I remain Samuel Dominic Chukwu Emeka, aka Sam Dom for Peace. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe. Happy Easter to you. Tonight we shall discuss quadratic sequences. We are going to discuss it, explain what it means, then we shall solve some problems on quadratic sequences. The problems we shall solve, I have it here on my website. What we shall discuss tonight and the problems we shall solve, I already have it on my website. You can go to any of my websites, www.samuelchukwuemeka.com, or you can go to chukwuemekasamuel.com. When you go to these websites, you click on mathematics, then you click on algebra, then you click on sequences. Okay, so you get to any of my websites, you click on mathematics, then algebra, then sequences, and you will see the notes and the solved examples. Whatever we will discuss tonight also, you can check it with the calculator. The calculator is also on the website for sequences. You will see when you click on arithmetic sequence, you will see the solved examples, then you see the calculator for it. You click on geometric sequence, you see the solved examples, you see the notes, the formulas. Okay, the notes, the formulas, the solved examples, and the calculator. They are all on the website. Okay, you click on quadratic sequences, you read the notes, you copy down the formulas, then you go to solved examples, then you can check the solution with the calculator. So I already have it on my websites. Okay, if you also want to go to samdomforpeace.com, then you will also get to any of these links if you go to samdomforpeace.com. That is another website that I have. Alright, so I already solved this. So the main essence of doing the video is for you to listen. It will be good if you listen rather than write. Just when I'm teaching it, you can write down. However, when I'm solving questions, do not write. Like I said, I already solved it. I explained it very well. So this video are for visual learners. Okay, for visual learners. Otherwise, for those who can just read it and understand it, I explained it very well on my website. So it will be good to learn mathematics well. When the teacher is explaining, you can write. However, when the teacher is solving questions, do not write. Just listen. Look at every step. And if you do not understand any step, stop the teacher. Hey, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. I don't understand this step. Okay? So, please, when we are solving problems, just step by step. I will try to explain it very well so you will not have any problem with this topic. Okay, when you go to the website for sequences, from my website, you will see the videos, also the videos link. That is where this video is a playlist. It is a playlist, and this video will be also in the playlist. So it is good you view the videos in order in the playlist. Okay, I will be moving back and forth because my laptop is, I don't want my laptop to go to sleep. Okay. All right. So let's recall. Okay, let's recall. Recall arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequence is also known as linear sequence. It is also known as linear sequence. So remember, with linear equation, you can equiparate this. You can connect this with linear equation, quadratic equation. When you have a linear equation, when you have a linear equation, you have something like x minus 1 equal to 4. But when you have a quadratic, and of course it is an equation because of the equal sign. Now when you have a quadratic equation, you have something like x squared minus 2x plus 5 equal to 4. Something like this, So with a linear, the highest exponent of the variable is 1. With a quadratic, the highest exponent of the variable is 2. So that brings me to this. Please, it is expected already. It is expected that before you view this video, you already have covered the prerequisites. The prerequisite is that you should know about quadratic equations, how to solve quadratic equations. Okay, you can solve it by factoring or completing the square or the quadratic formula. Okay, but it is required that you know how to solve quadratic equations prior to learning this. Okay, the prerequisites, the link to the prerequisites, if you go to the solved examples on my website, you will see the links to the prerequisites, so you can make sure you have covered the prerequisites. So with linear equation, the highest exponent of the variable is 1. With a quadratic equation, the highest exponent of the variable is 2. A quadratic equation can also be like this, x squared equal to 4. Okay, it can also be like this, x squared minus 2x equal to 7. The main thing is that the highest exponent of the variable is 2. Now, with the arithmetic sequence, okay, we see that if we have something like this, arithmetic sequence n to the, if we have something like 2 plus 3b, okay, so we have, a plus d n minus 1. So this is the general term, a plus d times n minus 1. Okay, with arithmetic sequence, you have something like this. Okay, the n, arithmetic sequence, the n, the highest exponent is 1. That is an arithmetic sequence or linear sequence. It is also a linear sequence. The highest exponent of n is 1. But with a quadratic sequence, the general form of a quadratic sequence is an squared plus bn plus c. So with this, you could, if you want to say maybe an plus c, if you want to say it like this, that's fine. I just want you to make that, to understand the difference. Okay, with an arithmetic sequence, the highest exponent of the n is 1. But with a quadratic sequence, this is the nth term of a quadratic sequence, the highest exponent of n is 2. Okay, so just remember that. With an arithmetic sequence, Okay, with an arithmetic sequence, let's start, let's give an example. If you have something like with an arithmetic sequence, you might have something like 2, okay, plus 3, 5, plus 3, 8, plus 3, 11, plus 3, 14. So with an arithmetic sequence, okay, we've mentioned one thing, okay? We've mentioned one thing with an arithmetic sequence or linear sequence, highest exponent of n, the number of terms is 1. With a quadratic sequence, highest exponent of n is 2. With an arithmetic sequence, we see that the common difference, okay, the common difference here is the second term minus first term, or third term minus second term, okay? Second minus first, okay, which is 5 minus 2, which is 3, or third minus second, third minus second, 8 minus 5, which is 3. That is with a linear sequence or an arithmetic sequence. With a quadratic sequence, we are going to look at the way it works. Okay, with a quadratic sequence, you will have to, is the second difference. Okay, now with linear sequence, we can call this the first difference. We can call it the first difference. The first difference. The difference between the difference between the next consecutive term and the term. Okay, the difference between the next consecutive term and the term, difference between the second and the first, difference between the third term and the second term, difference between the fourth term and the third term. Okay, that's the common difference. We can call it first difference. With a quadratic sequence, we have to do with two differences. We have to get the first difference, okay, which is the difference between the next consecutive term and the term. Then we also have to do a second difference after we get that. All right. So we are going to look at that. We are going to see how it works, so that you don't need to memorize it. The main thing is to understand it. Once you understand it, you can get it anytime, any day. Okay, once you understand it, so you don't really need to memorize it. So I just want to quickly tell you the differences now between these two types of sequences. A linear sequence, which is your arithmetic sequence, and the quadratic sequence. We are going to look at the second point on this quadratic sequence, whereby you have to do it twice. You have to do the differences twice. Okay, you have to find the first difference, then you find the second difference. Now the second difference, you will realize it will be the same. Okay, here the first difference for linear sequence is the same. For the quadratic sequence, we shall do it 2 times. Okay, the first difference, then the second difference, and we will see that it is the same. All right, let's get started. Let's get started, okay? Let's get started. With quadratic sequence, let's kind of look at this. For instance, you have 11, 26, 45, 68. So the first difference here, as we see here, the first difference, we have 26 minus 11, and that gives us 15. We have 45 minus 26, and that gives us 15 minus 6 is 19. We have 68 minus 45, and that gives us 23. All right, this is the first difference. Second difference, now when we do now 19 minus 15, it gives us 4. And then 23 minus 19, it gives us 4. So as you can see, with a linear sequence or arithmetic sequence, you just do only first difference. And you just subtract it, okay? The difference is the same. The difference is the same on the first difference. But with a quadratic sequence, you have to do two differences. You have to do the first difference, which is the difference between the next consecutive term and the term. Okay, second term, this is first, second, third, fourth. Okay. So you do the difference between the next consecutive term and the term. So difference between the second term and the first term, difference between the third term and the second term, difference between the fourth term and the third term. Okay, so we do that for quadratic sequence. We get the first difference first. Then we now have to do the difference again. Whatever differences we get here, okay, the result of subtraction is known as difference. So we do 19 minus 15 and then 23 minus 19. Once it gives us the same difference, we know it is a quadratic sequence. So I hope this, at least you've understood at least these 2 points. First point, the general term of a linear sequence or arithmetic sequence has the number of terms is the highest exponent of the number of terms is 1. Okay, with the nth term or the general term. I call it the general term. Some textbooks will call it the nth term. That's the same thing. But when I say general term, just know that I mean nth term. And then with a quadratic sequence, the general term or the nth term has the highest exponent of n, okay, which n is the number of terms. The highest exponent is 2. Okay, so that's the first point. Second point is that with linear sequence or arithmetic sequence, the common difference, okay, the first difference, okay, which is the difference between the next consecutive term and the term, the differences are the same. Okay, it has a common difference, meaning they are common. Okay, it has the same difference. But with a quadratic sequence, you will say common second difference. Okay, this is like common first difference. You can call this common first difference. With a quadratic sequence, it is common second difference. All right, now let's discuss more on quadratic sequences. Quadratic sequence. So let's find the general term or the nth term of a quadratic sequence. So let's say, let's have this, okay, the nth term of a quadratic sequence or the general term or the nth term of a quadratic sequence. Is, so let's say it's QSN, subscript n. That is what I like to call it. If you go to the notes on my website, AS is the arithmetic sequence, GS is the geometric sequence, QS is the quadratic sequence. That is what I prefer to call it. Okay, quadratic sequence. The n term QS subscript n is an squared plus bn plus c. Okay, and you know, as you can recall, this is the general form of a quadratic equation or quadratic function. General form of a quadratic function. F of x is ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, this is the general form of a quadratic function. Alright, as you can recall. Okay, and then you have the standard form of a quadratic function, which is a x minus h all squared plus k. Or the vertex form, call it the vertex form. Vertex form. Okay, vertex form. Whereby the vertex is hk. Okay, the vertex is h and k. So because we are going to apply these principles here, just, you know, our knowledge here. Alright. So, this is the general form of a quadratic sequence. Okay. Now, our issue is to find what is A, what is B, what is C. That is the thing. We gotta find what is A, what is B, what is C. So let's say that the quadratic sequence, is first, second, that's the first term, second term, third term, fourth term. Yeah, we need at least fourth term. Okay? And we can have other terms, that's fine. We can have other terms. But we need at least four terms. So this is the nth term of the quadratic sequence, an squared plus bn plus c. And then we now say, okay, let the terms of the quadratic sequence be first term, second term, third term, fourth term. Okay? Alright. We now start, okay? For n equal to 1, so let's substitute this. Let's substitute, because what we want to do now is to find what is our A, what is our B, what is our C. We've got to find what it is, and we will now get our n term. Our main work now is to find A, B, and C. Once we can do that, we have found the nth term, or the general term of the sequence. So let's just start with, for n equal to 1, we have that our QS1 is A times 1 squared plus B times 1 plus C. So QS1, okay, is A plus B plus C. Alright, we keep this. Let us call this here, let us call this equation 1. Equation 1. Okay, we keep that. Then we do, for n equal to 2, we have that our QS2 is A times 2 squared plus B times 2 plus C. Okay, so QS2 is 2 squared is 4. Okay, A times 4 is 4A plus 2 times B is 2B plus C. And let us call this Let us call this equation 2. Equation 2. Okay? Now we can circle this so we know, because we are going to use these equations. So let us just circle it. Alright? Then for n equal to 3, now for n equal to 1, okay, of course we've got that. Then we found n equal to 2. N equal to 1, of course, you know that this is the first term. First term. So I'm going to call it first. Okay, first term. For n equal to 2, of course, you know that this is the second term. The second term. Right? Now for n equal to 3, we know that it will give us the third term. The third term. So we have QS3 is A times 3 squared plus B times 3 plus C. So QS3 is 3 squared is 9. 9A plus 3 times B, 3B plus C. Let us call this equation 3. Equation 3. Alright? Okay, folks, let's do something. Now, we know, okay, we know that the second difference is the same, because we need to have that in mind. Okay, we need to have that in mind. So, we're going to do that. Okay, let's come here. I need to just be going here to tap this to wake up. So here, look at this here. First, second, third, fourth. We know that we have the first difference here. First difference is second minus first. We don't know what it gives us. Okay, that's fine. Then we have third minus second. We don't know what it gives us. That's fine. Then we have fourth minus third. We don't know what it gives us. That's fine. Okay? Now, the second difference is that this minus this will be equal to this minus this. Okay, so what I'm saying is that third minus second, let me put this in parentheses, minus second minus first. Okay? So this gives us what? Third minus second minus first. Minus second plus first. Right? Third minus second plus first. Yeah, I just want to use first, second, third, fourth. Okay? Makes it easier. So this gives us now third minus 2 times second, 2 times the second, third minus 2 times the second term plus first. Okay. This is the first part of the second difference. Second part of the second difference is this minus this. Okay, this minus this. So this will be 4th minus 3rd minus 3rd minus 2nd. Okay? So this will be 4th minus 3rd minus 3rd plus 2nd. And this will give us 4th minus 2 times 3rd plus 2nd. So we know that this should be equal to this. We know that it should be equal to that. But we keep that. Okay, we keep that for now. We'll still get back to this one. Let's just keep it for now. Okay? I know you say, hey, Mr. C, why did you even go here? Well, you should have just reserved it till you're ready to work with it. I just decided to just put it out for now. We will get something from it. We will get something from this. But now let's get back to this. At least you understand what I just did here. Okay? The first term is the a plus b plus c. Okay? Second term, 4a plus 2b plus c. Third term, 9a plus 3b plus c. Alright. So you can take it down because I need to erase this. I will need to erase this and write this and do something with it to get a formula. Alright? So you can take it down. You can pause the video and write it down. Okay? So now, what I'm going to do now is this. I'm just going to come here. I'll just come here to make it easy for me. Okay? I'll just write this. Of course, QS1 is the first term. QS2 is the second term. QS3 is the third term. So I'll just write this, okay, that the first term is a plus b plus c. Okay? I call this the equation 1. I'm just going to use this. And then second term is 4a plus 2b plus c. I call this the equation 2. And then third term is 9a plus 3b plus c. I call this equation 3. Alright. Remember, I want to find my a, b, and c. That is what we want to find. So another topic that you need to learn is linear systems. Okay, like I said, is there. The prerequisite topics is there on my website. Linear systems. So we're going to try to do this there are several ways to solve linear systems. Several ways. You can solve it by substitution method, elimination method, Cramer's rule, method of determinants, matrix inverse method. All these methods I have taught it. Linear systems. At least 6 ways to solve linear systems. Okay? But to make it easy for us, we shall use elimination method. To make it so easy for us, we shall use elimination method. So we will say, let's first of all say equation 2 minus equation 1. Minus equation 1 gives, okay? So we have second minus first equal to this 4a plus 2b plus c minus parenthesis a plus b plus c. So this means 4a plus 2b plus c minus a minus b minus c. Okay? Which is 4a minus a is 3a. 2b minus b is plus b. Okay, so this is second minus first is 3a plus b. We keep that. Second minus first. Second term minus first term is 3a plus b. We keep it. Alright? The next one, and let's call this, you know what, let's call this, let's not circle it now. Let's call this equation 4. Equation 4. Okay? Then we do equation 3 minus equation 1. So why I'm doing this, I want to get rid of c first. I want to find my a, then b, then c. So let us get rid of c for now. Okay? So the next thing is equation 3 minus equation 1 gives third minus first. Third minus first is equal to, like the third term minus the first term. 9a plus 3b plus c minus parenthesis a plus b plus c. So this gives us 9a plus 3b minus c minus a minus b minus c. Okay? So this gives us 9a minus a is 8a. 3b minus b is plus 2b. Okay? 9a plus 3b plus c, yeah. So this is third minus first. Third term minus first term. And this gives us, let's call this equation 5. Okay. Let us, to find A, eliminate B. Okay? To find A, eliminate B. Eliminate B. To find A, eliminate B. So the first thing we have to do is let's multiply equation 4 by 2. Multiply equation 4 by 2. So let's do 2. We will multiply equation 4 by 2. Then we subtract it from equation 5. Okay? So what I am saying is, let us first of all do 2 times equation 4. 2 times equation 4 will give us 2 times 2 times second minus first. Okay? Because whatever you do to the left hand side, you have to do to the right hand side. So 2 times 3a plus b. So this means that 2 times second minus first is equal to 6a plus 2b. Alright? Now, let's call this equation 6. Equation 6. Equation 6. Now, let us do equation 5 minus equation 6. Let us now do equation 5 minus equation 6. Okay? Equation 5 minus equation 6. Equation 5 minus equation 6 gives, okay? So we have third minus first equal minus, now minus on the left hand side, okay? On the left hand side, third minus first minus 2, let's put this in bracket, 2 times second minus first. Okay? Equation 5 minus equation 6. That is what we are doing now. I'm going to circle this with yellow chalk. This minus this is what we are doing. Third minus first minus 2 times second minus first equal to 8a plus 2b minus, you put your parentheses because you will use distributive property, minus 6a plus 2b. Alright. We want to get our a, remember, we want to get our a, b and c. That is what we want to get, a, b and c. That is what we want to get. Okay, so I know we worked on this and we will still use it, okay, because I need to use this part of the board. What we are going to do is, we know, at least we know that this should be equal to this. Okay, we will still get back to this. Now, this is just an additional information. What you really need to do to know is what I'm teaching you here. But this is just an additional information, just for you to know. It is not required, but it's just for you to know that second differences will give you the same thing. And we'll still get something here, okay? And we'll compare it to what we get here. Okay? And you see it has to work. It will work. Yeah, but this won't give you the whole picture. That's the thing. Okay, so we'll still get back to this, but for now, we will just write that this is equal to this. Okay, this will give us, this will be equal to this. So let's just write it here, and then let's kind of write it, let's write it here, so we can make use of that. So we write that here, third minus 2 times second plus first should be equal to fourth minus 2 times third plus second. Okay? Yeah. So we'll still get back to this, okay? Now, let's come here. I'm going to erase this here. So we can get our A. We want to get our A, B, and C. That is what we want. So now let's distribute. We will distribute and then we'll simplify. Okay, let's use here. So this is third minus first minus parentheses, this is 2 times second, 2 times the second term, minus 2 times the first, alright, equal to 8a plus 2b minus 6a minus 2b. Right? So we have that third minus first minus 2 times the second term plus 2 times the first term is equal to 2a. Okay, because 2b minus 2b, that is gone. 8a minus 6a gives you 2a. Alright. So this will be third minus first plus 2 times first. Minus 1 plus 2. Okay, minus 1 plus 2 is 1. Okay, this is what I mean. Minus first plus 2 times first minus 2 times second equal to 2a. So we now have that third minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1. So third plus first minus 2 times second equal to 2a. Okay? So 2a is equal to first plus third minus 2 times the second. So a is equal to first plus third minus 2 times the second all over 2. That's the first thing. So this is by formula, okay? Now, some people will say, should I memorize this? We will solve problems. We'll solve problems. You have to ask your teacher, is it okay to just use the formula? Rather than doing it rather than doing it from scratch. Yeah, but it's just, for some, there are people who would memorize this right away. I mean, first plus third minus 2 times second divided by 2. Yeah. I mean, I already know the B and the C offhand because I memorized it. Yeah. There are people who are good at memorizing, so they will just solve it by the formula, with the formula, and keep moving. But that is something you have to ask your teacher. Okay? But it's good to just know it. When we start solving problems, you will see we're going to do all these steps again, and then we can also use the formula, both methods. It will still give us the same answer. Alright, now I'm going to write this one here. I'll write it out here. A is first plus third minus 2 times second divided by 2. And I'm going to circle it because I need it. Now we have to find our B, then we find our C. Alright, from equation, to find our B, let's use equation 4. Let's use equation 4 to find our B because it's easier. Okay, it's easier. So I'm going to just erase this here. From equation 4, so we have that second minus first is 3a plus b. So this means that 3a plus b is equal to second minus first. So this means that b is second minus first minus 3a. Alright? Minus 3a. Now, we're going to do it step by step. b is second minus first minus 3a. Okay, let's first of all get our 3a. After we get our 3a, then we now find our b. Is that okay? Let's do it step by step. Alright? Let us do it step by step. So our 3a is 3 times first plus second, first plus third minus 2 times second all over 2. Let's use bracket here. Okay, this is our 3a. So which is now saying 3 over 2. This is like saying 3 over 2 times first plus third minus 2 times second. Right? Now this will be now, our 3a is 3 times first over 2 plus 3 times third over 2, right? Now 3 over 2 times 2, okay, 2 will cross out 2. So this is minus 3 times second. Alright, 3 over 2 times 2 is 3. Okay, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So negative 3 minus 3 times second, right? Okay, now we will now say that our B is second minus first minus 3a. So our B is second minus first minus, we get all this here, 3 times first over 2 plus 3 times third term over 2 minus 3 times the second term. Right? So our B is second minus first minus 3 times the first over 2 minus 3 times the third over 2 plus 3 times second, right? Alright, let's get the like terms and we will simplify the fractions. We get the like terms, then we simplify the fractions. So B is equal to minus first over 1 minus 3 times first over 2, alright, plus second plus 3 times second, right, plus second plus 3 times second, then minus 3 times third over 2. Now let's put plus second plus 3 times second, yeah, minus 3 times third over 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't miss any terms. So we don't miss any term. Alright. Now this will be this is B is equal to minus 2 times first over 2. Alright? If we want to collect the like terms. Alright. Minus 3 times first over 2. Okay? Plus 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 times second. 4 times second. Minus 3 times third over 2. So B will be equal to minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. Okay, you owe 2, you owe 3. You owe 5. Minus 5 times first over 2 plus, let us put all these over 2. Okay, let us all put it, let's combine the fraction as one. Let's combine all these as one fraction. Okay, so this will be 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times second over 2 minus 3 times third over 2. So our B is equal to, I prefer getting, like, let's get everything in one fraction, then we write it, well, we rearrange it. Minus 5 times first plus 8 times second minus 3 times third all over 2. So our B, I don't like negative to be, I don't like leaving negatives. So this will be 8 times second minus 5 times first minus 3 times third all over 2. This is our B. Okay? That is our B. Okay, folks, we are going to write this. We found our A, we find our B, we find our C. Then we write the nth term. Alright, so I erase this here. So our B is 8 times second minus 5 times first minus 3 times third all over 2. That's our B. Okay. And honestly, I memorized this. Okay, this is first, third, second. This is second, first, third. That's the way I memorized it. Now, C will be 3 times first plus 3 times second minus third. I think that's what C will be. That's the way I memorized it. But anyway, let's find it. Let's find C. But I want you to, if you're good at memorizing it and your teacher approves it, go with it. Otherwise, the main thing is to know how to solve it. At least you've seen how we got all this. You have seen it. The main thing is to understand. Even if you have to memorize, you have to first of all understand. To be honest, I don't like memorize. I like to use acronyms. If I have to memorize stuff, then I like to use acronyms. But with mathematics, I don't like to memorize, honestly. I like to understand it so I can solve it anytime. Okay, let's find C. Now remember equation 1. From equation 1, we have that the first is A plus B plus C. That was what we got, equation 1. So A plus B plus C is the first. So C is first minus A minus B. Okay. We have to also simplify it. Let us simplify it. So C will be first minus A is, let's put this in, you know what, let's do this here. Let's do it here. To find our C. So C is first minus A minus B. C is first minus A is this. Let's put this in bracket. First plus third minus 2 times second over 2. Then minus, we put this in bracket. 8 times second minus 5 times first minus 3 times third all over 2. Right? So let's make this to have the same denominator. Let's do that. So C will be 2 times first over 2. Alright? 2 times first over 2. Minus everything. First plus third minus 2 times second over 2 minus 8 times second minus 5 times first minus 3 times third over 2. Okay, we're going to now do it step by step, step by step. Camantes, montes, camantes, montes, camantes, montes, camantes, montes, step by step. So LCD is 2. Okay, they are now like fractions. All right, this is 2 times first minus, all right, first plus third minus 2 times second minus eight times second minus 5 times first minus 3 times third. Okay? So now, I really need to erase this first part. I really do. I need to erase this so we can finish this up. So C is now equal to, of course this is all over 2, 2 times first minus first minus third, right? Minus times minus plus, plus 2 times second, then minus 8 times second, minus times minus plus, plus 5 times first, minus times minus plus, plus 3 times third. All right. I have to erase this. Let me erase this also. So, we now, collect like terms. 2 times first, if we want to, if we want to organize it, that's fine. 2 times first minus first plus 5 times first. And we will count it. When we finish, we will count it. Okay, plus 2 times second minus 8 times second. Alright, minus third plus 3 times third. All over 2. Now let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you don't skip anything. Alright, so C will now be equal to 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 5, 6. So this is 6 times first. 2 minus 8 is minus 6. Minus 6 times second. Minus 1 plus 3. Minus 1 plus 3 is 2. Plus 2. 2 times third. Alright. All over 2. Okay? So, I think what did I say again? 3 times first plus 3 times second. I think I said 3 times second, okay. It should be 3 times first minus 3 times second plus third. Yeah. Because now let's factor this. If we factor this, we have 2 factor by GCF. So you have 3 times first. Okay, I was thinking what I said initially. Now, it's good to, to be honest, I want you to know it. Know how to get it. Yeah, but if you're good with memorizing, okay. Alright? We will do it both ways. We will do it with the formula. We will do it normally. And then we will do it with the formula. Yeah. But if you know it, you can get it anytime. Alright? Yeah, but there are those who are very good at memorizing. And you're working with time. You know, you're doing these questions and you're working with time. Alright, so we factor by GCF. GCF is 2. This is 2, 3 times first minus 3 times second plus third. All over 2. Bam, bam. So our C will now be, our C is 3 times first minus 3 times second plus third. That's our C. We write it here. C is 3 times first minus 3 times second plus third. Alright, folks, that's it. That is it. Now we can write our n term. Now we can write our n term, right? The n term. We can write the n term. Okay? The n term of a quadratic sequence will be the nth term of a quadratic sequence an squared plus bn plus c. So this gives us now, first plus third minus 2 times second, because this is, they give you, to find the nth term actually you only need 3 terms. First, second and third term only. And you can find the nth term of a quadratic sequence. However, because you will ask me, what am I going to do with this? Okay. We use this if we want to, just to verify that it is a quadratic sequence. Okay? If the left-hand side is not equal to the right-hand side, then it is not a quadratic sequence. If the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side, then it is a quadratic sequence. So, that is actually why we're using this. And there's another formula I can derive, but let me not go into that. I want you to just know this. If you want to know that formula, then go to my website, okay, to say it. Yeah. What I'm teaching you now is on the site, is on my website. And if you want to know how to derive it, you can, practice it. So, to know the nth term of a quadratic sequence, you only need 3 terms. You need 3 terms, at least 3 terms. Okay, at least 3 terms means 3 or more. Okay, because you already know. Okay, they already told you that this is a quadratic sequence, so you know already. Okay, so this is how you find the nth term. The A is this, first plus third minus 2 times second over 2, n squared. Okay, let me write this with yellow chalk. Then plus, the B is 8 times second minus 5 times first minus 3 times third over 2 times n. Alright? Then plus 3 times first minus 3 times second plus third. That's it. This is the nth term of a quadratic sequence. Nth term of a quadratic sequence. All right. Now, so you only need 3 terms to find the nth term of a quadratic sequence. However, if you're given a sequence and you want to verify if that sequence is a quadratic sequence, you need 4 terms. So if you go to the calculator on my side, if you go to the calculator on my website, you know, it's when you go to the calculator on my website, when you click on sequences and then you go to calculators, you will see what type of sequence. Okay, I have written the codes for arithmetic, geometric, and quadratic. I've written the codes for the 3. I will write the codes for the remaining. Okay, by the grace of God, I will complete it. The codes for the remaining sequences. Okay, but I have written the codes for arithmetic, geometric, quadratic. So with arithmetic sequence, you know, just put in 3 terms. It will tell you whether it is arithmetic or not. Geometric, put in 3 terms, it tells you. For quadratic sequence, if you put in 3 terms, it is incomplete. Okay, if you want to verify that a sequence is quadratic, you need at least 4 terms of the sequence. So if this left hand side, okay, third minus 2 times second plus first, if it is equal to 4th term minus 2 times the 3rd term plus the 2nd term, okay, if it is equal to that, then the sequence is quadratic. If it is not equal to that, the sequence is not quadratic. Okay, and you saw how we got this. So this is, you can use this now to verify if a sequence is quadratic or not. Okay, if this is equal to this, the sequence is quadratic. If it is not equal to it, the sequence is not quadratic. Okay. But if you are asked to write the nth term of a quadratic sequence, if they already told you that, they already informed you that the sequence is quadratic, and they asked you to write the nth term, you only need 3 terms only. Okay? And this is the nth term of the quadratic sequence. Alright, let us solve questions. We have done this work. We will leave this here. We'll leave this. We will now use this to solve problems. Okay? Use this to solve problems. Okay. Question 1 is GCSE. It's a question from GCSE. GCSE. Here are the first 4 terms of a quadratic sequence. So they gave us the first 4 terms. Alright, I'm going to go and get my calculator. Just very few. Let me rush and get my calculator, okay? Alright, so because to save time, I mean, of course I can do this without calculator, but at least to save time, it is good to use calculator to save time. Yeah. Just a simple calculator, okay? Just a simple calculator. Alright, this is the question here. Here are the first 4 terms of a quadratic sequence. So this question 1. Let's see how many questions we can solve tonight. So we have 11, 26, 45, 68. And it says, work out an expression for the nth term. Okay, I'm not going to write it here because, like I said, it's on my website. It is on my website. Alright, work out the expression for the nth term. Okay, so let's do it normally. Let us do it, normally. And then we now use the formula to verify it. Okay? Yeah, let's do it normally, then we use the formula to verify it. But first of all, let us verify that it's quadratic sequence. If you want to verify, just additional information, just to let you know that this formula works. Just to let you know that this formula works. Okay? The left-hand side, this means left-hand side. Left-hand side. You know what? First of all, let us write first is 11, second is 26, third is 45, fourth is 68. So to verify that it is a quadratic sequence, verify that it is a quadratic sequence. Our left hand side and then right hand side. Left hand side, right hand side. So left hand side we have third minus 2 times second plus first. So this is 45 minus 2 times 26 plus 11. So this is 45 minus 52 plus 11. I can do this, but I just want to be fast. Okay? Of course, I can do this, but just to be fast. So this is 4, and here this is 4. 4 minus 2 times third plus second. This is just extra stuff, extra. So just to verify, so this is 68 minus 2 times 45, 2 times 45 plus 26. So this is 68 minus 90 plus 26, okay? Minus 90 plus 26. And that gives us 4. Okay, so this is quadratic sequence. Alright. Now, it is quadratic sequence. Now, let us solve for the nth term. Okay. For n equal to 1, which is the first term, okay, this is the first term. We have, of course, this is the QSN is an squared plus bn plus c. So this is a times 1 squared plus b times 1 plus c. And that gives us 11. 11. So this is a plus b plus c is 11. Let's call this equation 1. Equation 1. Okay? Then for n equal to 2, for n equal to 2, which is the second term, we have that a times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c is 26. So 4a plus 2b plus c is 26. Now, the left-hand side is always the same, okay? A plus b plus c, 4a plus 2b plus c. So we are going to, after doing this for the subsequent questions we will solve, we won't have to keep on, doing the same thing. We can just know, we will just know, hey, this is the way it is, okay? To save us time. So we're going to write it here, left-hand side, okay, of the terms, left-hand side of the terms. So just take all these formulas I'm giving you. I've given you this. Okay. So left-hand side of the terms, the first one we know that A plus B plus C. It's always going to be that. Second one is 4A plus 2B plus C. It will always be that. So to save us time because we are going to solve more problems. So we don't have to keep on doing, it will always be 4A plus 2B plus C. Always. It will always be that. Okay? Alright. So now we have this. Then for let's call this equation 2. And then for n equal to 3, which gives us the third term, let's solve much. This is the first question. We'll solve some more so you can understand this concept. So this will give us A times 3 squared plus B times 3 plus C equal to 45. Alright, 45 is the third term. We don't need the fourth term in this case. No, we don't. The only time we need the fourth term is if we want to verify if it is a quadratic sequence. Okay, once they give us quadratic sequence, we only need 3 terms only. Alright, this is a 9A plus 3B plus C equal to 45. Alright, so we call this equation 3. Equation 3. So we have here 9A plus 3B plus C. Whatever the third term it gives us. Then we have to do always, it's better. It is always much better to do second minus first. Alright? We always have to do second minus first and then third minus first to save us time. The process of elimination, always better to do that. So we now do equation 2 minus equation 1. Alright, equation 2 minus equation 1. So we have 4A minus A is 3A plus 2B minus B is B equal to, because C minus C is gone, 26 minus 11 gives us 15. So always, okay, always 3A plus B is second minus first. Some resources, okay, some textbooks and some resources prefer to do it like this. Rather, if they don't want to do it by formula, okay, they will always tell you, hey, okay, 3A plus B will always be second term minus first term. You can do it that way. You can. Alright? So this left hand side is all the formulas you can use. Okay, we are going to be solving it normally and then we'll solve it with the formula. Alright? Then we can call this equation 4. Equation 4. Then always we do third minus first. That is the easiest approach with elimination method. So equation 3 minus equation 1. So 9a minus a is 8a. 3b minus b is plus 2b. C minus c is gone. Equal to 45 minus 11 is 34. 34. Call this equation 5. So always 8a plus 2b will give us third minus first. Always. Yeah. Some people prefer to do it like this. I mean, it's easier to memorize 3a plus b, 8a plus 2b. Second minus first, third minus first. So you can now solve it as a linear system, which is your simultaneous equation. Okay? Which is your simultaneous equation. And then you now get the coefficients. Alright. Maybe I didn't say this, but I just said it now. A is the coefficient of n squared, b is the coefficient of n, and then c is the constant term. The first time is QS1, okay? But just know A is the coefficient of n squared, b is the coefficient of n, c is the constant. Yeah. Okay, now let us do 2 times equation 2. Alright? And then we subtract it from equation 5. So 2 times equation 4. 2 times equation 4 will give us 6a. 2 times 3 is 6a. 2 times 3a is 6a. Plus 2 times b is 2b equal to 30. We can call this equation 6. Alright, we now do equation 5 minus equation 6. Equation 5 minus equation 6. Equation 5 minus equation 6. 8a minus 6a is 2a. Equal to 34 minus 30 is 4. So a will be 4 divided by 2. A will be 2. Now, some resources, okay, some textbooks will just come when you do this, because this will work every time. Okay, if you want to save time to solve this, this is another way to solve this by saving time. But you just have to, whichever way you like most, use it. Okay, whichever way you prefer. Some people prefer to memorize. Some will prefer to just take it easy, to do it like this. Some will prefer, whichever way you prefer. But I'm going to show you all the easiest ways you can solve this well, correctly and on time. So now, 2a will give you if you look at this now, 2a will always give you 8a plus 2b, okay? Third minus first minus 2 times second minus first. Okay? I mean, that's what we've been doing anyway. But look at what I'm saying here, folks. 2a will always give you, 2a is always going to give you third minus first minus 2 times second minus first. Alright? Yeah. So, to be honest, when you get third minus first, okay, minus 2 times second minus first. If you do it, we'll still get back to this. Third minus first minus 2 times second minus 2 times first. Okay, and plus 2 times first, yeah. So, if you like it, I'm going to write it anyway, but it still gets you back to this. So this is third minus first, okay, minus 2 times second minus first. That is always what 2a will give you. Always. Always what it will give you. Alright? Third minus first is this one. Third minus first is this one. 34. Minus 2 times second minus first. Yeah. Okay? Because this will be third minus first minus 2 times second plus 2 times first. Yeah, 2 times first minus first is first plus third minus 2 times second over 2. Yeah. So I think this is the formula, if you want to do it like this, if you prefer like that, if you prefer this way, just get the third term minus first term, then second term minus first term, you multiply by 2, subtract, divide by 2, it gives you your A. Okay? Some folks prefer it that way. Some folks prefer it that way. So now, we found our A, normal way. What we just did now, we didn't use formula. We just did it normally. Okay? But I brought out all these formulas for you in case if you want to use it. Alright? In case if you want to use it. Okay, now we found our A. Let's find our B and then our C. Then we now have the general term, the n term. So we can get our B from here, from equation 4. From equation 4, B is 15 minus 3a. So B is 15 minus 3 times 2. So B is 15 minus 6. B is 9. Okay, B is 9. And then from equation 1, C is 11 minus A minus B. So C is 11 minus 2 minus 9. So C is 11 minus 2, 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Okay? So our n term for this question, QSN, is A is 2n squared plus 9n. I mean plus 0. You don't need to put the 0. Okay? That is our n term for this question. The nth term. I am checking the time. I don't want this video to be too long. So let's see. But let us solve more questions, right? Let us solve more questions. Yeah, but this is the n term here. We can see whether this works by doing QS4. Let's find the fourth term. Okay, QS4, and see whether it will give us 68. Remember, we did not use the fourth term. We did not. We did not use the fourth term to find this nth term. We do not need it. Yeah. But let us now, after you get the nth term, then check to see whether it's right, you can use the fourth term. Okay? You can also use first, second, or third terms, but because we didn't use the fourth term, let's try it now. So QS4 is 2 times 4 squared plus 9 times 4, which is 2 times 16 plus 36, which is 32 plus 36, which is 68. Yeah. It works, yeah. Okay, now, before we go to second question, let us do it with this formula. Okay, let's do it with this formula, just to make sure that this formula is correct. Oh, I pray to God Almighty for it to be correct, so that I don't have to redo this video. so that I don't have to redo this video. It will be correct, okay? Now, first is 11 plus 45 minus 2 times 26. By the grace of God, it will be correct. All over 2. So this is 11 plus 45 plus minus 52 divided by 2. Alright? Just let me be fast. Let us be fast. 11 plus 45 minus 52. Alright, this is 4 over 2, which is 2. Correct. Okay. Now B is 8 times the second is 26 minus 5 times the first is 11 minus, oh wait a minute, yeah, 5 times first, okay, 8 times second, 8 times 26 minus 5 times first 11 minus 3 times 45 all over 2. So this gives us now 208 minus 55 minus 135 over 2. (18 over 2). So this is 18 over 2, which is 9. So B is 9. Okay? That is correct. Now C is 3 times 11 minus 3 times 26 plus 45. So this is 33 minus 3 times this minus 78 plus 45. Okay? 33 minus 78 plus 45 gives us 0. Yes, thank God. It works. Okay, it works. So I think let us stop here. Let us stop here. Let us at least, let us stop here. We have part 2 where we are going to solve more problems. Okay, where we will solve more questions. But at least you have an idea of everything that I explained so far. So let us stop here for tonight. Watch out for part 2 where we shall solve more questions. Okay? Thank you so much for this video session. If you have any questions, please ask. And you have a good night.